If you are thinking about moving to Columbia, Connecticut, this small town might be the perfect blend of lake life, country living, and easy access to bigger towns, but it is not for everyone. In this video, I'm going to break down the pros and cons of living in Columbia, from the lake and the schools to the commute, the local businesses, so that you can decide if it's right for you. Let's dive in. My name is Jason Boyce. I'm a local real estate agent here in Central and Eastern Connecticut, and I have passions for fitness, real estate, and family life with my wife Jasmine and our dog Holly. On this channel, we're going to cover everything you need to know about upsizing or downsizing in the state of Connecticut. Thank you for tuning in. Now, let's start with location. So Columbia sits in Central Eastern Connecticut. It's bordered by Hebron, Andover, Lebanon, and Windham. It's a very rural town. However, you're less than 30 minutes from Manchester and Glastonbury, so you're not isolated. Main routes running through town are going to be Route 66, which is more north-south, and Route 87, which is more east to west. Columbia it's a quiet town. It's primarily residential. You got rolling hills, woods, plenty of open space. It is really the definition of like small town New England. Now, when it comes to healthcare access, you have Windham Hospital is about 10 minutes away. It's got a full emergency room and general care, so that is good, super local option. Hartford Hospital and Middlesex Hospital are roughly 35 minutes away if you're looking for like major trauma one surgical centers. And then there are some local urgent care in both Hebron and Willimantic if you want quick access to doctor, urgent care, that type of stuff. Now, let's talk a little bit about Columbia Lake, because you can't talk about Columbia without talking about the lake. It is one of the biggest highlights for the town, and it's about 280 acres. It is incredibly bright and clean. It's known for crystal clear waters. It is one of the nicer recreational lakes in Connecticut. Columbia residents get access to the lake. They enjoy boating, swimming, kayaking, paddleboarding, you name it. There is a private residents only beach with boat launch. And it really is like a vacation spot right in your backyard. So Columbia residents truly love the lake. If you want a deeper dive all about the lake, I will link to my Columbia Lake video below to give you more info about the lake. Now, talk a little bit about the school system. So Columbia is part of Regional School District 8 for high school options. So it breaks down like this. Pre-K through 8 has access to H.W. Porter School. That's right there in Columbia. It's known for small classes, strong academics, and a real community feel. So people who grow up and know the Columbia area love H.W. Porter. It's got a very good reputation. For high school, students have choice of where they end up going. Most common choices are E.O. Smith in Storrs, RHAM High School in Hebron, Lyman Memorial in Lebanon, and Windham High School. And students get to choose depending on what type of programs and interests they have, because all those schools have different specialties that they are known for. Now, let's talk a little bit about businesses and community. So Columbia there's no big downtown area. It's a solid mix of small local businesses and a strong community. So the largest business in town you'll probably find is Columbia Ford, right on Route 6. Other than that, you're looking at smaller shops, local markets, and that's about it. For your errands, grocery shopping, that type of thing, you're probably running about 10 minutes away into either Willimantic or Hebron. And that's where you'll find your grocery stores and that type of stuff. One of the places that I do frequent in Columbia is Columbia CrossFit. Is right on Route 66. It's an awesome, tight-knit fitness community, one of the best CrossFit gyms around if you're into CrossFit. So Columbia, it's a small town. It does have a lot of local pride, but you are going to generally have to drive a little bit, not terribly far for most businesses. So let's talk about the pros of living in Connecticut. Number one, Columbia Lake access. It is one of Connecticut's cleanest lakes, and if you live in town, you do get access to the lake. That's a huge pro, especially if you like lake living in most of the people this summer, some of the people ice fishing in the winter. It is a very peaceful, quiet town. You're talking small town lifestyle, so it's very quiet, safe, scenic, a little slower than the hustle and bustle of a city, but you're not far from grocery stores and shopping and restaurants and that type of stuff if you want access to it. A big one for those of you who live in Connecticut know what I'm talking about here. Columbia is known for having lower property taxes than a lot of the surrounding towns. So if you're concerned about your monthly mortgage payment, looking at a house in Columbia can actually be a lower monthly payment if you're spending the same amount for a house in some of the surrounding towns because taxes are significantly lower. It does have a very good school system and convenient location. So you got easy access via Route 66 to Route 2 to Glastonbury, Hartford, Yukon, Norwich. So you do have easy-ish access to some of the surrounding areas via Route 66. And the last pro, it is a beautiful natural area. You get access to outdoor walking, trails, open space, the lake. So it is a nature's lover's dream. Let's talk about some of the cons of living in Columbia. There are limited amenities. For just groceries, etc., you're driving to Hebron or Willimantic. Even for coffee and restaurants, those are the options. So it is a little bit of a drive. For bigger shopping, you're driving 30 minutes into a Glastonbury or a Manchester. Now, con number two, there is low housing inventory. Very few houses hit the market. So when they do tend to go fast, and prices have been rising in Columbia. Private utilities, so most of the houses are on well and septic, so if you are looking for public water, public sewer, probably not something you're going to find in Columbia, FYI. Winter driving conditions, because the roads are very rural, they can be tricky during snow and ice, so because it is not the most traveled, it is a little more less traveled. Sometimes it takes a little longer to get everything cleared. FYI, if you are an emergency responder and need to be at work in all kinds of weather, even though our winters are getting more mild, that is something you might want to consider. And there are a few entertainment options. If you want nightlife, breweries, that type of thing, you're going to be driving to Willimantic, Glastonbury, Manchester. Again, all less than 30 minutes away, so not terribly far, but not something you have right in downtown. So there you have it. In a nutshell, those are the pros and cons of living in Columbia. Hope you find it helpful. If you want more Columbia videos, I'll link down to, I have some real estate videos and a lake video about Columbia for additional info. I'll link to those below. If you or anyone you know is looking for something around the lake, anything like that, feel free to reach out. My name is Jason Boyce. I am a local real estate agent and I cover the Columbia area. I'm more than happy to help you find out what your home is worth, what it can sell for, or if you're looking to move into Columbia, we can help you buy as well. If you got some value out of this, please hit that like button, subscribe for videos all about Central and Eastern Connecticut. We cover towns, lakes, real estate, anything you want to know about the local area. So hope you found this helpful and thanks for tuning in.